Gordon, would you bet your life on that? Would you bet your life?
We're not expecting much. Listen, in 2012, Elon Musk did effectively his first battery day, where he did the battery swap, where it was a big stage, a big crowd, everybody clapped. He got $300 million from California taxpayers for that battery swap that he showed on stage. That never happened. In 2015, he said in 2 years, Tesla would have a battery that went 620 miles. 2017 was when they were supposed to have it. That never happened. With FSD in 2017, they had a painted black video. The video was 3 minutes and 43 seconds and showed somebody in the car with his hands off the wheel and the car navigating around a town. The reality is that video was over 530 miles and had 177 disengagements. We believe that was very misleading and caused a lot of people to trust full self-drive. And based on TeslaDeaths.com, 5 people have died as a result. Listen, Tesla's revenues peaked in the fourth quarter of 18. Their margins peaked in the third quarter of 18. And they haven't grown since, despite the fact they have a new facility. We think it's a busted growth story. And we think speaking in these general terms
This is absurd. What do you mean they haven't grown since? First of all, they've grown to a $40 billion revenue company, and it's a $400 billion market cap. And everything you just said is that he was off by a little bit of time. You're inventing a completely new technology.
Wait a minute, Ross. Can I just, and Ross.
Look, you're absolutely right. Elon is one of the greatest salesmen who ever lived on this earth, and he pushes his ideas first without really necessarily having the timeline 100% right. We know this. That's irrelevant. If you're going to change the world, you have to think big and huge, and that's what Elon's done. He's changing the world. So we can focus about all the promises that maybe were missed by a year or two, or we can focus on the actual results of Tesla, which is they're going to make close to 500,000 EV cars, demands off the charts across the world, and the car is the best car in the world. I just drove 400 miles on autopilot. It cost me $30 in energy to get from LA to San Francisco. This is a game changer of a company. It's amazing.
And Gordon, the one thing that I question about what your thesis surrounds is that $19 a share by next year. We're at more than $470, albeit well off the recent highs. But give me your reasoning for that. What is the case that would bring it down 95% to $19 a share?
To his point, the biggest competition right now for Tesla is in Europe. That's where the competition exists. And their market share in Europe in the fourth quarter was 35%, and now it's less than 10%. You look at stocks like Tilray that was once $200, it's now $5. You look at stocks like Nikola that weeks ago was almost $90, and now it's sitting in the 20s. The reason why Tesla stock is going to collapse is because there's a misconception that they're the leader. They're not the leader. And when you compare Tesla to Amazon, that's incorrect. You should compare it to AOL or BlackBerry. Amazon is a monopoly.
So Gordon, would you bet your life on that? Would you bet your life?
Hold on, can I finish, Liz? Can I finish? Listen, Tesla has 46 competitors coming next year, and after that, in 2022, hundreds of EVs are coming. ICE cars are profitable. Tesla loses money making EVs. So these companies can literally give their cars away.
Okay.
VW, Porsche.
So how could Tesla be worth $20 billion if it's doing $40 billion in revenue, Gordon? If it does $40 billion in revenue, how is it worth $20 billion? It's got to be worth some multiple of revenue, Gordon. Your numbers are absurd.
I get that you get TV spots.
Okay, let me just.
I get it, but it's absurd.
Okay. We're gonna jump in here because we're running up against the clock. I'm gonna have you both back throughout certain periods of this.
I think what he's doing is very disrespectful.
You ready to do that, Gordon? All right, Ross, let us know how it goes. Gordon, thank you very much.
Gordon, would you bet your life on that? Would you bet your life? Gordon, would you bet your life on that? Would you bet your life?